Hello everyone, so in a special video, no, I'm not going to be talking about the itinerant Moogles this time. We're actually going to be going through the, what's it called? The Make It Rain campaign, which is kind of a gold saucer event. And so it starts in Ulda, just over here. And so the first thing we're going to do is talk to this lamenting Lalafell. This young man sighs in audible distress. I don't know why this time should be any different. I'm such a failure. And we have the options of saying, what's wrong? Why are you a failure? Failure. Apparently can't speak. We'll go with, why are you a failure? Because I just don't think I can do it. Oh, forgive me. I was caught up in my own little world. I didn't mean to burden you with my problems. Unless, of course, you have a moment to spare for a stranger's woes. Leave it to me. The name's Nanofoam, and more than anything in this life, I want to play the role of Senor Sabotender, that marvelous mascot for the Gold Saucer. They're holding auditions right now, in fact. I've tried my best in front of the judges before, but those moves, my body refuses to cooperate. The 7th round of trials is just around the corner, and if I fail to qualify again, I think it might be time to face the truth. I'm just not cut out to be a Sabotender. And we have the options of, we can't all be succulent stars. Who knows, maybe you'll make it this time. Or, wait, Senor Sabotender isn't a real Sabotender? That's the option we're going with. Surely you jest. Everyone knows it's a Lalafell in a costume, but it will never be this Lalafell in that costume. Ho ho ho! I may have some advice for you, my distraught and diminutive friend. I know you! You're Godbert Manderville, proprietor of the Gold Saucer! In the firm and supple flesh. If I heard correctly, you're struggling to emulate our Senor's trademark shimmy, yes? Yes, sir. It's long been my dream to slip on that Sabotender suit and bring smiles to people's faces. A noble endeavor if ever there was one. It certainly sounds as if you've been giving it the old Manderville try. Considering my position, it would hardly be sporting in me to favor one candidate above the others. No, I cannot help you directly, but shall instead point you in the direction of someone who can. Take yourself over to Blackbrush Station and find a fellow by the name of Ririzan. If you're willing to work for your dream, then he's the one to help you achieve it. Why don't you accompany our young friend here, adventurer? I dare say he could use the support. Even a veteran like you might learn a thing or two from the talented Ririzan. Oh, thank you, Master Manderville, thank you! Come on, adventurer, let's not waste another moment. As I stand through. I've always had a soft spot for the dreamers. Good luck with the instruction. I'll see you at the saucer. Bye-bye. And so we need to head to Blackbrush Station, which is this direction, and over there. And I'm just gonna be lazy and teleport. So Riverzin is over here, and we'll talk to him. I'm sorry to bother you, but are you a Riverzin by any chance? The very same. What may I do for you? Interesting. And might you share the reason why you're so determined to assume the role of Senor Sabotender? Of course! It's my favorite story! It all began when I visited the Gold Saucer on the day of its grand opening. It was almost so magical. I was captivated by the splendid decorations, entranced by the games and attractions. But what truly struck a chord in my heart was the sight of Senor Sabotender, and the way he left a light in his wake. Even just the sight of his swift-stepping gait brought smiles and laughter. Though I strive to be cheerful myself, I have a gloomy streak that tends to rub folk the wrong way. So you can imagine my excitement when I saw how Senor Sabotender could light up a room without needing to utter a single word. I had found my calling. Ever since that day, I've attended every single casting audition in the hopes of winning the role. but I never seem to be good enough. Well, I for one am convinced of your dedication to the part, and as for past mastering the movements, I may have a few pointers to give you. Wait! That's Spin! You're him! It's been a while now, but yes, I was the original Senor Sabotender. What? Driven by my undying love for all things Sabotender, I spent hours upon hours perfecting my mimicry of their movements, only to be rewarded with the sneers and mockery of my peers. But not from Godbert Manderville. No, that magnificent man accepted me in all my prickly ways, even going as far as to hire me as entertainment for his soon-to-be open gold saucer. Everything from the design of Senor's costume to his most subtle choreography was given over to my control. I strove to become a Sabotender, body and mind, and for 3 whole days, neither food nor water passed my lips. Then came the day of the grand opening. I marched and danced with all my might, and just as my shift was coming to an end, I tottered and toppled over the rail of a second-floor balcony. My refusal to drink water had been my downfall. I survived the tumble, as you can see, but my leg was never the same. Extended performances became impossible. I was forced to hang up the suit. I was only Senor Sabotender for a single day, but now fate has brought you before me, a fellow Sabotender enthusiast. My course is clear. I cannot dance for long, but it should be sufficient to pass on the basics, assuming you're willing to learn. More than ever! And what of you? Count me in. I'm not auditioning for the part. Wonderful! We can practice the moves together! Then let us begin. Well, I believe you've grasped the fundamentals. All that's left is to embrace the Sabotender spirit, to become the Senor. Go, my thousand-needle neophytes. I impress the judges with the authenticity of your audition. And I am one with the desert sun. I never saw the attraction of being green and spiky. I'm one with the desert sun. Please don't tell me you're auditioning too. I'm nervous enough as it is. I will make the most of your lesson, Master Riverson. Thank you ever so much. Right, if you're ready, adventurer, it's time we were going. The gold saucer awaits. And so now we need to head to the gold saucer. And you can see a leap of faith is also up, but we're not here to do that. And you can see a host of other people. Anyway, have fun. This is it, my 7th edition, and my hands still shake as much as the first time. And just give it your all, or remember, become the Senor. That's the option we're going with. Yes, and Sabotenders do not shake. But considering the disaster which befell Riverzin, I'm sure to have a good gulp of water before I begin. Wish me luck! Thank you, candidate number 6. Let us keep things moving, shall we? Number 7, now is your time to shine. Mr. Nanaphone, is it? Would you care to share something about yourself? Ambitions? Dreams? Not at all? You've elected to remain mute, have you? And now we have the options of you've become a Sabotender in truth, or I can almost see this 1,000 needles. And we'll go with that one. The top one, that is. Yes, yes, I'm reminded of the first Senor Sabotender, of Master Rivizan himself. Simply fantastic. No need to take this to a vote, Mr. Nanophone. You are hired. I'm sure he's screaming with joy in his mind. A dedicated performance until the very end. I applaud you, sir. Wonderful. I can hardly believe it. They hired me on the spot. I have to thank Master Manderville and Master Rivizan. And last but not least, I have to thank you, adventurer. I never could have done this without your unwavering support. The next time you see Senor Sabotender, it might be me in that costume. I won't break character to speak, so pray do not think me rude. I will instead welcome you with the most genuine Sabotender antics that I can imagine, or manage, just as Master Rivizan taught me. And we get an MGP gold card, which we can use for 30,000 MGP. And we also get the new emote, which I will show in a moment. You have learned the emote Senor Sabotender. And there's also the achievement there of complete the quest Sabotender Shami. Anyway, so the emote here, you can find it down here, and I'm going to add it to my favorites. And then I'm going to plop it right there. And to demonstrate, actually, I'm going to put it on my hotbar so I can actually utilize it. I'll show it in a place that's not so shiny and glowy. Anyways, so besides that, there also are various items that are on sale because of the event. And you'll see the special vendor that kind of lists all of them right here. Campaign attendant, and there's a list of 4 of them, and some of them do have various armor and weapons, so if you want to go through that as well. In addition to that, also, the rewards for MGP have been increased, and the lodestone page will explain more of that. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching!